Hey everybody, welcome to my first Cruise Report cruise update from Celebrity Beyond. Now Ricky's in the shower getting ready. This afternoon we might try to play another trivia game. Not sure if we're going to have time for that. We did that the first day. I reported on that in our blog, and by the way, if you are unaware of it, we do have a daily cruise blog that we post every day on our website. So I'll put the link to that in the description of this video. And I'll also put a link on the screen. So if you want to, just click over to our cruise blog and read more detail on what we do each day on board the ship. We are in an infinite balcony stateroom, which is what I'm in right now. I did have some concerns when we found out that this, we're on deck 6 aft, and we are located just sort of above deck 5, a smoking deck that's right outside our stateroom. So we had a lot of concerns that we might get a lot of cigarette smoke coming up through our infinite balcony when the window was open, but it turns out that hasn't happened. Let me take you back to yesterday, embarkation, real quick. I'll let you know. Of course, we're going to do a full video review of the ship. We'll do a review of the dining, a review of the stateroom. So we'll go into a much more detail once we get home, but I will give you just a quick update on our embarkation process. We got to the pier pretty early. I'd say about, I don't know, 10:30, but before 10:30 actually. And there were already quite a few people here, and we were in probably one of the first 3 or 4 groups to be able to board the ship. I think they started boarding right at 11 o'clock, and it was probably the smoothest embarkation process that I've experienced on a large ship like this. And I will tell you, I found out when I went to the guest services desk right after we boarded, the ship is completely full. Ricky got an announcement, or I think she got a message on the phone from the hotel manager or somebody saying that there were like 3,000 people on board this week. So that's a full ship for this ship. So it's pretty full. Just real quick first impressions. Beautiful ship, just like Celebrity Apex last year. Very similar. There's a few differences, but it's pretty much it's a little bit, maybe a little bit bigger. At least that's what the housekeeping supervisor told us. It's a bigger ship. Not sure how, but apparently it is. Maybe it holds more people. I'm not sure. The last year when we were on Celebrity Apex, we were lucky enough and fortunate to be upgraded to a Sky Suite. They had space. I think the ship was only about 70% full last year. Well, this year the ship's completely full. There's no upgrades available. We even tried to move our stateroom to a higher stateroom and on the starboard side instead of the port side. Not possible. There were no staterooms available. So we kind of gave up on that idea. Anyway, first impression of the infinite balcony stateroom. I think I kind of am going to like it. It's a little early to tell. We've only been in it one night. I'm not a big balcony person anyway. It's not like I sit out in the sun. I don't particularly spend a lot of time on the balcony. So to me, the way this room is designed is kind of like you're getting just additional square footage in your stateroom, and then you've got this entire wall of glass. So you've got this huge window that you can open if you need to, if you want to maybe take a picture or do something like that. So I find it to be so far pretty comfortable. There seems to be plenty of storage. We slept very good last night. The bed is very comfortable. I'll give you more detail on this, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty after we've spent a few more days, after we've spent a week, and we'll tell you what we like about this stateroom, what we don't like, what we wish would change, and what we wish Celebrity would do differently with these staterooms in the future. I know of a couple things right now I can think of. We did have one thing kind of weird happen. Ricky was putting something in the little mini fridge when we first got on board. And as she was trying to rearrange things, a Coke can fell out of the fridge and exploded, and it went everywhere. So Coca-Cola went everywhere. And we were able to get one of the towels and clean it up a little bit. But we had to tell our stateroom attendant, Julia, that you know, we had made a mess, but we got it cleaned up. There were no stains on the carpet now. It all came up. Had dinner last night at La Voyage, nice dinner. The Super Bowl was last night, and they completely turned the theater into like a big Super Bowl party with a big buffet line at the back of the theater. They had burgers and chips and cake and you name it, wings, hot dogs, all kinds of stuff out there. We'd already eaten dinner, so we didn't partake in any of the buffet. But the theater, there were still, even though it's a full ship, there were still plenty of places to sit in the theater to watch the Super Bowl. Beautiful big screen. We really enjoyed it. It was a good game too as well. But they also had it playing in the Craft Social, little, kind of a sports bar here. And they had it playing up in the rooftop garden up on deck, whatever that is, 16, 17, I'm not even sure what deck it's on, it's up high. We're going to be having dinner tomorrow night, rooftop garden for Valentine's Day. So if you enjoy this kind of cruise content, do me a favor, please click that subscribe button down below. Don't forget that notification bell. That way YouTube will let you know when we come out with some new videos. I've also been putting out some little short videos too. You might keep up with that stuff as well. Couple of quick observations, difference between this ship and Apex I've noticed right off the bat. The internet is much improved. I'm not sure if Celebrity has gone with Starlink, but I think they probably have. And that was my biggest complaint on Celebrity Apex, was the internet was just, it was probably the worst internet we've had on any ship ever. And the internet on this ship has been, I will say, superb. Not as good as what you get at home, but it's been usable. It's been reliable. It's been fast enough to get done. We can even upload videos if we need to. So I'm very pleased with the internet compared to what we had on Apex. This is more of what I was expecting from Celebrity. The other thing I've noticed is the service levels have been extremely good. I've been hearing some reports lately from some of the other internet vloggers, cruise vloggers, about, especially with NCL, that the service staff seem unhappy and they feel maybe they look like they're a little overworked and they're not, their spirit is not good. You don't notice that on Celebrity. Everybody on this ship seems very happy, very cheerful. Everybody's been pleasant, willing to serve. So we haven't seen any of that on Celebrity. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Check for our next videos. And until then, smooth sailing.